Hello everyone. Today's chapter is Numbers 18, and I just realized there are 36 chapters in the book of Numbers, which with some basic math calculations means we are halfway done. So give yourself a little pat on the back, congratulate yourself, because we're halfway done with the book of Numbers, which is pretty great. That will be like our 12th or 13th book we will have read together. Anyway, like I said, today's chapter is Numbers 18. And I have 3-ish points, except I'm now realizing 2 of them kind of sound similar. Anyway, the first point is, or first thing I realized in the chapter is God tells Aaron that he and his family are to take responsibility for the actions of the priesthood regarding offenses connected to the sanctuary and the altar, which is a really long and annoying sentence for saying God puts Aaron in charge of some things. God warns that anyone else who approaches the sanctuary or the altar that is not named Aaron or anyone related to him or is not a Levite, they will die, which is kind of scary and very intense. Lastly, he tells them in verse 7, this responsibility that he has given them is a gift. It also demonstrates God's dedication to his people and how he continually sets other people apart to do his will. Second point, whatever. Verse 14, it says, everything in Israel that is devoted to the Lord is yours. So God entrusts them with what he has created and establishes a lasting covenant between Aaron and his offspring for generations to come, which might mean us. I'm not totally sure. But in verse 20, God makes it clear that although he's given them possession, they don't have free reign over it. God is still the creator and obviously all powerful. Third-ish. God establishes the fact that the Israelites are not to go anywhere near the tent of meeting, only the Levites. And this is where the saying, for some reason this sounded familiar to me, but the saying, they will have no inheritance among the Israelites. So that's where that comes from. 2 other things. I did a teeny tiny, like the tiniest amount of research you could do on the book of Numbers. And I came across 2 quotes that I really liked. So the first one says, in this book, the people of Israel tested God's patience, and he in turn tested their endurance and faithfulness. And the second quote says, modern readers can take away from Numbers not only a thorough history of Israel's early days, but also a renewed sense of God's delight in obedience. And I really like how they phrase that last part there. Anyway, that is all I have for this chapter. I've been pleasantly surprised about how exciting Numbers is. Like, some of the stories are very interesting, and I honestly expected it to be a book of just numbers, but it hasn't been that. It's been more exciting than I thought. I mean, it's the Israelites when they're wandering in a desert for 40 years, so what else more exciting could you get than that? Anyway, thank you for listening, and I hope you guys have a great week, and again, congratulations on being halfway done with the book of Numbers.